There is a funny thing about getting older. When you are young, you can walk across the whole city without thinking about it. You walk to the bus stop. You walk around the market. You walk upstairs. You walk around the house looking for your phone. While the phone is already in your hand, then one day you retire. And suddenly, the biggest journey of the day is from the bedroom to the kitchen. And honestly, there is nothing wrong with enjoying your home. You worked for it. You paid your bills. You raised children. You dealt with traffic. You dealt with bosses. You dealt with people who said, "This meeting will only take 5 minutes," and then kept you there for an hour. So yes, you deserve some rest. But there is one thing you should not retire from: moving. Because after 60, staying young is not about trying to look 30 again. It is about keeping the body, mind, and spirit involved in life. And one of the simplest ways to do that is something you already know how to do: walking. Not some crazy workout. Not lifting a giant piece of metal while making a face like you're fighting a crocodile. Not spending 2 hours in a gym. Just walking. And today, I want us to talk about why something as simple as walking can become one of the most powerful daily habits you have after 60. And stay with me, because near the end, I'm going to show you how to make your daily walk feel less like exercise, and more like something you actually look forward to. Because let's be honest, if somebody tells you, you need to exercise every day, your brain may already be saying, "Thank you for the advice. I will think about it next January." But walking is different. You can do it almost anywhere. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need to be an athlete. And you don't need to prove anything to anybody. You just need to get up and move. Number 1. Walking keeps you connected to your body. One of the biggest changes that can happen after retirement is that life becomes smaller without you even noticing. You wake up, you eat, you watch television, you check your phone, you sit down again. Then suddenly it's evening, and you think, where did the whole day go? That happens to many people, and this is where walking becomes more than exercise. A walk gets you out of the chair and back into the world. You feel the ground under your feet. You notice the weather. You see people. You hear birds. You see a shop that wasn't there last month. You notice that the neighbor finally painted the house. You start becoming part of your surroundings again. And this is where Carl Jung's psychology becomes interesting. Jung talked a lot about becoming more aware of yourself and your life, not just living on autopilot. And sometimes the easiest way to break autopilot is simply to move. You don't need to sit in a dark room for 3 hours trying to understand your whole life. Sometimes you just need your shoes. Open the door, step outside, and walk. Number 2. Your walk doesn't have to be fast. This is important. After 60, your goal doesn't have to be, "Let me walk like I'm late for a flight." No, you are not chasing a bus. You are not running away from anybody. You are taking care of yourself. Some days you may walk faster, some days slower. Some days you may only manage a short walk, and that's okay. The goal is consistency. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth once for 3 hours on Sunday and say, "Well, I'm done for the week." You do a little every day. Movement can be like that too. A little, then a little more, then another day. You don't have to win an Olympic medal for walking to the mailbox. You just have to keep moving. And if you have pain, balance problems, heart or breathing issues, or another health concern, don't try to be a hero. Talk with your healthcare professional about what level of walking is right for you. There is no prize for suffering. The goal is to feel better, not to make your body angry with you. Number 3. Walking can help you feel more alive. Here's something people don't talk about enough. Retirement can be beautiful, but it can also feel strange. For decades you had somewhere to go. Somebody needed you. There was a schedule. There were responsibilities. Then suddenly, nothing. Monday feels like Saturday. Saturday feels like Tuesday. And eventually you don't even know what day it is. Some people enjoy that freedom, others quietly struggle with it. And this is where having a daily walk can create a small anchor in your day. Maybe you walk at 7 in the morning, maybe 5 in the evening, maybe after breakfast. The time doesn't matter as much as creating a rhythm that works for you. You wake up and think, today I'm going for my walk. That small decision gives your day somewhere to go. And sometimes that's exactly what the mind needs. A reason to get dressed. A reason to step outside. A reason to move forward. Literally. Number 4. Make your walk your thinking time. Now, this is where I want you to have some fun. Don't treat every walk like a medical appointment. You don't have to count every step like you're working for the government. Sometimes, just walk. Let your mind breathe. Think about your life. Think about something you've always wanted to do. Think about that trip you kept postponing. Think about the book you wanted to read. Think about calling someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Or think about absolutely nothing. That's allowed too. Sometimes the mind needs silence. Carl Jung believed that our inner life matters. And when life gets quiet, things inside us can finally become noticeable. You may suddenly remember something you loved doing when you were younger. You may realize you've been putting off something important. You may think, you know what? I've always wanted to learn how to play the guitar. And suddenly you're 67 years old and buying a guitar. Good. Do it. There is no law saying new dreams expire at 60. You can still become interested in something. You can still change. You can still discover a new side of yourself. Number 5. Don't make your walk boring. This is where most people make the mistake. They think, okay, I'm going to walk every day. Then they walk the exact same road, at the exact same time, looking at the exact same wall. After 7 days they say, this is boring. Of course it is, so change it. One day, walk around your neighborhood. Another day, go somewhere with trees. Another day, walk near a market. Another day, walk with music. Another day, listen to a podcast. Another day, walk with someone you enjoy, and sometimes walk alone. Your walk can become your little daily adventure. You don't need to travel across the world. Sometimes discovering a different street is enough. And here's another little trick. Don't always focus on distance. Focus on how you feel. Maybe today you walked for 15 minutes. Tomorrow maybe 20. Maybe another day, only 10. That's fine. You are building a relationship with movement, not competing with anybody. Number 6. Walking can help you keep your independence. Now let's talk about something real. Nobody wants to become dependent on other people for every little thing. Of course, there are times in life when we need help. That's normal. But staying active can help you keep doing more things for yourself. Getting up from a chair, walking to the store, going outside, moving around your home, doing simple daily tasks. These little things matter, because independence is not only about money, it's also about being able to participate in your own life, and that's why movement matters so much as we age. You don't need to become super fit. You don't need six-pack abs. You don't need to impress anybody. You simply want your body to keep saying, yes, I can. Number 7. Give your walk a purpose. Here's something I really want you to try. Don't just say, I'm going for exercise. Give the walk a reason. Walk to get the newspaper. Walk to buy one small thing. Walk to see the sunset. Walk to think. Walk to listen to your favorite music. Walk to call someone. Walk because you want to see what's happening outside. Because when your walk has a purpose, it feels less like a chore. And this is especially important after retirement. Your life still needs little missions, not stressful missions, simple ones. Today, I'm going to walk to that corner. Today, I'm going to see the park. Today, I'm going to take a different route. Small purpose, small movement. Big difference in how the day feels. And here's the part. I really want you to remember, getting older does not mean your life has to become smaller. That's the part I want you to take away from this video. You may have fewer responsibilities now. You may have more free time. Your children may have their own lives. Your job may be finished. But your story is not finished. You are still here. There are still places you haven't seen, things you haven't learned, people you haven't met, foods you haven't tried, songs you haven't danced to, and maybe there are parts of yourself you haven't even discovered yet. So don't think of walking as, I have to exercise because I'm getting old. Change the sentence. Say, I walk because I still have somewhere to go. That's a completely different mindset. One sentence makes you feel like you're fighting age. The other reminds you that you're still living. And that's very close to the heart of Jung's ideas about living a fuller life. You don't become younger by pretending you're young. You become more alive by staying connected to who you are and continuing to grow. So here's your simple daily walk tomorrow morning. Don't overthink it. Put on your shoes. Stand up. Open the door. Start slowly. Walk for a few minutes. Then, if your body feels good, keep going. You don't need to destroy yourself. You don't need to come home looking like you've survived a war. You just need to move. And while you're walking, look around. Really look. Notice the sky. Notice the trees. Notice the people. Notice your own thoughts. And tell yourself, I'm still here. Because you are. And that is something worth celebrating. Now I want to ask you something. How old are you? And how often do you walk? Maybe you're 62. Maybe you're 70. Maybe you're 81. Maybe you're 90. And you're still walking better than people half your age. Tell me in the comments. And don't just write your age. Tell me where you love to walk. Your neighborhood? The beach? The park? Around your house? The shopping center? Or maybe you're one of those people who walks around the house looking for your glasses while the glasses are sitting on your head. Yes. We know who you are. And if you're already walking every day, tell us what keeps you motivated. Your comment might be exactly what another person watching this video needs to hear. And if you're over 60 and you're watching this right now, I want you to remember one thing. You are not too old to start. You don't need to start perfectly. You just need to start safely. One step, then another, then another. And before you know it, you're outside again, moving, thinking, breathing, living. Because staying young was never really about having the face you had at 30. It was about keeping that little part of you that still says, what's next? So tomorrow, put on those shoes. Let's go find out. And if you enjoyed spending these few minutes with me, subscribe to the channel. We're building a little community here for people who believe getting older should not mean giving up on life. And if you have someone over 60 who needs a little push to get moving again, send this video to them. Sometimes one simple message can change someone's whole day. Keep moving, keep learning, keep discovering, and most importantly, keep living.